Yuletide is a specific period for families through England, but it holds additional importance for such who include skilled lifetime-changing events above the year. There are several of their stories. My mum requested to include one recent Yuletide in us, but she fair didn't do he, says Connor Maguire, whose mum died of lung carcinoma on Yuletide Eve, 2016. We had to offer up our household since me and my sibling couldn't hold it upwards, says the 22-year-old. My sibling got undertaken in my grandparents, but down there wasn't chamber for me, so I went to the YMCA. I was in a very black location following loser my mother. I didn't aware who I was. I was potable and take drugs. I fair mind I can't hold making the, so I abandon all. I'm departure up to my mother's serious on Yuletide Eve and installation of several lanterns, he says. She was wonderful at Yuletide. She organized all for the entire household. I'll be departure to my grandparents and all the household will be about, but it wouldn't be the identical out of my mother. She must be looking downward on me and enterprising me on, since I'm fair departure to hold looking up and receive on in lifetime. Following year is departure to be superior. Following year of expect and frustration, Gemma Southward and Man Craig include eventually got which they had ever requested, a household. Yuletide is all on household, and we did begin to believe is it fair departure to be us and the hound, says Mrs. Southward. Never in a millionth year did we believe we would be conducting our at first Yuletide as parent. Mrs. Southward, 34, of Filey in Polar Yorkshire, had surgical for endometriosis and doctors said her she would requirement assist to get pregnant woman. We were just capable to include one go of IVF on the NHS in April 2016, but 5 days up our marriage we found out it wasn't success. We were desolate, but we told allows go and include an wonderful marriage date, go on our honeymoon, soften and include else go while we get behind. The pair were impressed while finish arriving in July wait 9lb70unce. He's wonderful fair creature a household at the period of year, says Mrs. Southward. He's not on talent and finish is too slight to aware he's Yuletide, but setting the wood up and observer him looking at the instant lights is a vision go real. We are looking striker to departure for walks on the bathing beach in the stroller and all upcoming about to encounter him. Chris Overend, of Stockport, was unborn in a clubhouse leg that became morbid to go on. He had his reduced leg amputated in March and a orthopedic leg adjusted in October. Usually I'm love a big kid at Yuletide, but not possessing my leg will sluggish me downward the year, says the 24-year-old. He's yet really new to me. He's take me 15 or 20 protocol in the night to go about, put my leg on, let it settle down in and slow begin departure on the date. Same nice item is while I had my leg I was ever in ache, but I'm not over. I fair requirement to get things slow and get utilized to he. The AMD tutor has a lot to commemorate following creature mentioned the Duke's Confidence Youthful Envoy of the Year in the Polar Western for his job inspirational youthful actors. It will as well be his at first Yuletide in his new household in his groomie Sophie. He's fully various for her too much, he says. She's be a caregiver at 24. I aware she doesn't see it love how, but she helps me so lot. My entire worldview on lifetime has modified and I'm manufacturing all these plans to go traveling and do things how I couldn't do in my leg.